habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months saying I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen.
These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They go play action here on first down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So opening drive, third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they look at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Outside, he's got a man. It's Kennedy. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Shy of the end zone. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
One brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
No score after one on EA Sports.
No score.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Now it's Hines. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with fourth down now looming.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback and makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment.
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Steelers.
Now Mixon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mixon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
And it's third
Colts are going to give him. Down he goes. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
9 yards.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
The ball carrier, Darius Leonard on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
Looking to throw.
At the 30.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 7.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On the run, it's Mixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
They'll run with Mixon. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one where you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3.
We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Ball at the 23, second and 8. They'll look to throw here. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
For Curtis Samuel, incomplete. It's now second and
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. They'll set up the screen to Taylor, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now a timeout.
to Jonathan Taylor.
7 seconds left in the first half.
It's third.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
They're on 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They'll set up to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11.
Second and 11.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
Number 23. A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
And this one is right through. And that will add 3 more to their lead and pushes it up to 6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call a sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The running back. Kari Willis on the tackle. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
This is it. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Steelers.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Back to throw here. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Their own 34-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second and 14. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And that'll make it third down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Out of the gun now on third down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
On first down, Mixon. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Again, it's Mixon. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Shaquille Griffin on the tackle. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Mixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Another carry for
Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Tackle made at the 6-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 6-yard touchdown run. And if the Steelers can convert the extra point, they will have the lead. lead. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Hines. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Target Samuel. And he is going to have the Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. All night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
Again, it's Taylor. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brings up 3rd.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. This to advance to the divisional round. And this one's not close. Not even close. Short and to the right. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In a regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. On second down, it's Taylor. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They run once more with Taylor. Now he is not going to get the first down, as they'll spot this at about the 28. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
A 4-yard gain.
Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On first down, Mixon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That good for 19 and a first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him, where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
He was brought down at the 8.
And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to get the field goal.
And in a yardage game, there's really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say: get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
All right, well, they didn't kick it on second down, now third and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it, because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you got a chance to kick it again on fourth down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage. You fall on it, you get another chance at it. Give yourself that option. Give yourself that opening.
Here's Mixon, and he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a fourth and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.